What is up, people that's watching? Chill till I freaking explode. So you guys know what video I'm freaking checking out. It is another MsMojo, and that is on freaking Supernatural. Freaking Supernatural is like one of my freaking favorite shows of all freaking time. And I so badly want to go back and just rewatch the show just to re-experience the freaking show and just sing freaking Winchester Bros again, because yo, I freaking missed them on freaking TV. So I'm like, you know what? That's pretty much what I'll do when I have the schedule for it, because there are so many freaking seasons, but it's worth it. Anyways, guys, for those that are watching, let's go ahead and check it out. Like, we are kicking it, yo, so let's get it.
Carry on, my wayward sons. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 characters from Supernatural.
I thought you said he was a good hunter.
And Hannibal Lecter's a good psychiatrist.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be choosing the most iconic and unforgettable characters from this popular CW show. If you're not caught up, keep in mind that we'll be going into spoiler territory.
Why?
Go ask him. He was your boyfriend first.
Number 10, Chuck Shirley,
Oh my God,
also
freaking
known
Chuck,
as
yeah.
God.
Thanks, Chuck.
Oh, you'll thank me all right. Mark my words.
Him
God
as a
is
villain
known in
made no
theology to
sense.
take many forms,
Oh
so
my
it's fitting that in
God.
Supernatural his character was hidden in plain sight for so long. The Lord is initially introduced as Carver Edlund in Season 4, writer of the Supernatural books chronicling the real adventures of
Yeah.
Sam and Dean.
Chuck Shirley?
The Chuck Shirley who wrote the Supernatural books?
I'm like, yo, he was stalking
Maybe.
them. Jeez.
Why?
I'm Dean, this is Sam. The Dean and Sam you've been writing about.
Carver is later revealed to be a prophet called Chuck Shirley, and his books are the Winchester Gospel.
I am the prophet Chuck.
After
He is
disappearing in
so
Season
cringe.
5, viewers had to wait 6 seasons for the unveiling of his true identity, though he
Yeah,
insists on
unfortunately.
still going by his human name.
Chuck. Or I guess we don't call you that, huh?
I prefer it.
Though Chuck grew pessimistic after years on Earth, his quirks and flaws make him a relatable and likable god.
Is that my computer?
I've never seen so much porn. Not in one sitting.
Number 9, Charlie Bradbury.
Okay, so she kicked
Charlie,
ass, right?
yeah.
So then what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna kick it in the ass.
Oh my gosh.
Fans were excited to see Queen of the Nerds Felicia
I
Day
like
making
her.
a cameo in Season 7, and more
Boy, was
excited
she
when her role
cringe.
became a recurring one.
I feel dirty.
You and me both, sister.
As a shy and nervous IT worker, Charlie helped the Winchesters in their quest to topple Richard Roman's, also known as the Leviathan's, empire.
I'm in. I've always wanted to say that.
After showing off her impressive hacking skills, Charlie's self-confidence grew. She went from LARPing to hunting to adventuring through Oz to becoming an
gosh, the
honorary
Oz
woman
now.
of letters and invaluable to Team Winchester. Her unabashed geekiness and rebellious spirit made her lovable, while
was
her
like a little
intelligence
sister
and
to
grit
them.
made her formidable. Her death in Season 10 wasn't only hard on Sam
Oh,
and
that's
Dean,
right.
but on fans too.
Charlie?
Yeah, kind of sucked.
Number 8, Balthazar.
Holy fire, you hairless ape.
Ah,
Seriously.
him.
Angels
Okay, I
in
had to see his face.
Supernatural
'Cause I was
usually
like,
struggle to really
what?
get human mannerisms. For Balthazar, his quick wit and sarcasm made him an exception to the rule. Though he enjoyed a partying lifestyle on Earth, he wasn't a fan of humans at all. In fact, he even went so far as
He's
to
like,
trade
screw
in
them.
human souls.
Do you have
Screw
any
us.
idea what souls are worth? What power they hold?
After using the chaos of the apocalypse as a smokescreen to smuggle supernatural weapons out of heaven, he found himself caught in the middle of Castiel and Raphael's fighting in Season 6.
Tell Raphael to bite me.
As a former member of Castiel's garrison, Balthazar initially allied himself with his former leader, whom he hugely admired. Sadly, their friendship came to a bloody end.
Well, you've always got little old me.
Guess not.
Yes. I'll always have you.
Number 7, Lucifer.
Oh,
Freaking
boys.
Lucifer, yo. He was
Enough
a
with the
better villain than
foreplay.
freaking Chuck.
Let's do this.
Without
Even though
him,
he's freaking
Sam and Dean
cringy.
would be out of a job. As the first fallen angel, Lucifer is thought of as the ultimate enemy in the fight against evil. He's also proven to be the most persistent threat the boys have ever dealt with since his first physical appearance in Season 5.
I mean, he was so
you the
obsessed.
right.
We freaking see him. Like, yo, calm it down,
Oh, it
Lucifer.
gives us the right.
Gosh.
We take it.
With such a monstrous reputation, the devil doesn't disappoint either. Though he has a twisted imagination for punishment, his charisma makes it easy for him to attract loyal followers and deceive people.
Oh, don't get
Come
me
on.
wrong, I don't like you. never liked you. You're sort of prissy. But in this moment, when you stood toe-to-toe with me and won, I gotta say you had balls, kid.
He even tricked Sam into thinking that God was sending him messages. Since his failed attempt to kick off the apocalypse, Lucifer
Sam,
has
you
become a
stupid.
loose cannon, making him
But I
even
still like
more
you.
dangerous.
So I guess I get to kill you twice, huh, Crowley?
Number 6, the Trickster, also known as
Trickster,
Gabriel.
that's right.
Hey, bro. How's the search for Daddy going? Let me guess. Awful.
Archangel Gabriel wanted nothing more than to escape his
Yo, they're
quarreling
freaking
brothers in
wits.
heaven. So he fled to Earth and created a new identity for himself as pagan deity Loki, or the Trickster as Sam and Dean know him.
Tell me one thing. Why didn't the stake kill you?
I am the trickster.
Unlike most angels, Gabriel enjoyed the company of humans, some a little more than others. During earlier seasons, the sweet-toothed archangel delighted in bending reality around Sam and Dean to watch them squirm for his amusement. In season 5, the Winchesters finally figured out his true identity, after Gabriel tried to persuade them to fulfill their destinies.
Oh, the end is still nigh. Michael and Lucifer are gonna dance the lambada. But not tonight. Not here.
After years of avoiding his responsibilities, Gabriel eventually met a heroic death, while protecting the brothers from his own.
Amateur hocus
Yo,
pocus.
didn't he come back though?
And don't forget, you learned all your tricks from me, the little brother.
Number 5, Bobby Singer.
Oh yes, come on.
Is it me or is it weird?
Cranky, stubborn, and possibly alcoholic, Bobby Singer might not seem like
He was
much,
such
but
a
as far as
dad.
hunters go, he was considered to be one of the best. As an old friend of the Winchesters, he became a surrogate father to Sam and Dean after
on.
John's death.
Bobby, we didn't know if you'd...
Well, you shoulda. You got the flask. Dumb.
In fact, Bobby was the point of call for most hunters in a pinch. His knowledge of spells, lore, and monsters was almost unrivaled. He fought off demon possessions, died twice, and managed to stay human after 150 years in hell.
Here's to running into you guys on the other side. Only not too soon. All right?
Though he was only supposed to appear once in season 1, Bobby has featured
Oh.
in every season, even post-death. He's also the only character with a catchphrase. Number
Don't
4,
forget Idjit.
Crowley.
Hi, boys.
Crowley, yes.
Sorry I'm late.
Of
Yo,
all
he
of
was
Sam
like
and Dean's
my guy
antagonists,
in the
Crowley
show.
is second only to Lucifer in longevity.
I
His
like his
secret to
sarcasm.
success? Always keep the boys guessing.
Stay, won't you? There's really nowhere to run.
Since his first appearance as Lilith's right-hand man in season 5, Crowley has had his demonic eyes on the throne of hell, which he's had to fight off mutinies, knights, and even the devil to keep.
You bore me, you know that? You have no sense of poetry.
He's also maintained an uneasy alliance with the Winchesters, even letting himself be
It
killed
came
by
a long
Lucifer
way.
in season 12 to help them.
Yeah.
His anti-hero status has proven a sore point for both his followers and his own pride. But his deviousness and unpredictability are a big part of his appeal for fans.
You two are lucky you have your looks.
Number 3, Castiel.
Who are you?
Oh my god.
Castiel.
Yeah, I figured that much. I mean, what are you?
I'm an angel of the Lord.
Yo,
may
I have
have the
to
appe-
like say something real quick. Yo, so I liked Castiel from season 5, but later seasons I'm like, yo, that guy was useless. Like, I felt like he was like Dean's lapdog or something. Like, he just been like just so freaking useless to the point that I'm just like, Castiel, why are you still there? Like, yeah, I get it. Okay, you have your little freaking crush on Dean, but I'm just like, yo, like, what the hell? Why are you still there? Like, bye-bye.
Appearance of an ordinary human man.
Like, he was obviously
Castiel
there
the
for the
Angel
fan
should
service,
never
like.
be underestimated.
Bluffing!
You want to take that chance?
Even before his promotion to Seraph, Castiel proved to be more powerful than your average angel, helped by his unusual impulsiveness. Like most angels, he struggles to understand human emotion and humor, leading to some endearing misunderstandings.
This isn't funny, Dean. The voice says I'm almost out of minutes.
Castiel has been through
Yeah,
many
his voice is
crises of
annoying, I'm
conscience
sorry.
and faith as
Like,
he
nah.
searches for new purpose.
I destroyed everything, and I will destroy everything again.
Okay.
Please, just leave it at that.
But his ties with
His voice
humanity
sounds
only
different.
seem
Why
to
did
grow
he change his
stronger with each
voice?
season. Though his sense of duty has
It sounded
sometimes
better
put
in
him in
season 5.
opposition to the Winchesters, ultimately his membership in Team Free Will has made him one of the family.
The answer's still no.
Yep, he became Dean and Sam's brother.
Sam is my friend.
Number 2, Sam Winchester.
I lost my shit.
Also known as Sammy to his brother and Moose to
So I
Crowley,
knew that
Sam
Dean would be number
Winchester is
1. Like,
the
come on,
younger,
it was obvious.
nerdier, and more sensitive Winchester brother.
Hey there, Sam. What's happening?
Say that again.
Oh, no.
Repeat that. Sensitive. He was absolutely sensitive, okay? Because I'm just like, yo, all he does is whine. Like, he whines way too much.
Thing.
As you're saying.
Just the end of the world.
Sam originally had academic aspirations, but after being pulled back into hunting by Dean to track down their missing father, Sam became dedicated to the family profession.
Who's murdering the angels? How are they doing it?
Oh, that's right. Demon blood. He was so obsessed.
Yeah, I do.
Though he doesn't share Dean's liking of it, Sam is extremely proficient at both the physical and research aspects of hunting. He'd also willingly give his life to save others.
I'm stronger than that
I
now.
like Sam, but I'm just like, yo, he's the crybaby.
He's been Lucifer's true vessel, lost his soul, succumbed to a demon blood addiction, and lost many of the people he's loved. But through it all, Sam remains the heart and conscience of the Winchester family.
Okay, look, you were right. I should have
Yeah, I
laid
can see
low.
that.
I know I should have hung back. But I'm glad I was able.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
I'm
Death. Jody. Okay, Jody, you look different, chick.
So I invite you to
MsMojo,
insignificant I find you.
No, I can cook.
Oh my gosh.
You know, why don't you let me make you something? Maybe put this new place of yours in
She
some
was like a
kind
mom
of
to
order.
them.
Come on, I owe you that much.
Mom! You've got to stop drowning
Oh,
me in holy
Kevin,
water every time I
okay.
go out!
Didn't really
Number
care about
1,
Kevin, but
Dean
okay.
Winchester.
Yes, my guy.
Picks the music. Shotgun shuts his cake hole.
Dean
I mean,
Winchester
was
may
it
be
that
the elder
obvious?
brother, but he's by no means the most mature. Even in the most dire situations, he always finds time to crack a joke.
I'm Batman.
Effectively raised as a soldier by his strict father, Dean's commitment to hunting is overtaken only by his commitment to protecting
Wasn't
others,
that foreshadowing though? 'Cause
especially his little
I
brother.
think he voiced
Patch
Batman.
you up, okay? You be good as new. Huh? I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna take care of you.
Yeah,
I
he
got
was
you.
so
He's
protective.
even sold his soul to save Sam. He'd probably be tempted to do the same for his Impala or a slice of pie, though.
Must get up before
Come
11
on.
to pray. Ooh. Can't get laid, can't sleep in. A friggin' tragedy.
Dean's experiences in hell and purgatory,
Such
as
a
well as his time
womanizer.
as a demon and bearer of Cain's mark, have brought out his darker side. Despite his ruthlessness, Dean remains humanity's best defender.
Well, I say, no guts, no glory.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these. Who could ever forget the Winchester brothers? Welcome to
Me.
MsMojo, and
Kidding.
today we'll be ranking all of the seasons of Supernatural.
Oh, is that the fan fiction episode?
For this list, we'll be looking at every season of the fantasy TV show's history and ranking them from least to most memorable based on entertainment value and storyline quality. Since this covers 15 seasons of the series, here's your
Spoilers.
one and only spoiler alert. Number 15, Season 12. Aiming for an
Yeah,
arc with a
'cause
more
Mary
grounded
returned.
storyline, Season 12
Kidding.
ended up suffering from an identity crisis. While it starts out with focus on the British men of letters, the group's importance is downplayed after constant switches between being the Winchesters' allies and enemies. Midway through the season, the impending birth of Lucifer's child takes over as the main plot. But by
That's
this point,
right.
it becomes unclear what the season's endgame is.
Shut your mouth, dog.
He's like, who are you calling a dog?
That's not my name.
With Crowley and Castiel not having much to do except accompany the boys or provide exposition, their reduced role becomes too glaring not to notice. That is, until they're
There we go.
unceremoniously killed off in the finale.
I'm going to enjoy wiping that smug, self-satisfied look off your face.
You freaking Crowley.
You mean this one?
It's hard to get
You mean
invested in
this
this
one?
season
Nah.
because of the uneven storytelling and sudden big
They should have just
moments.
let Castiel
Number
just stay dead.
14,
Like,
Season 15. Planned final seasons always carry stiff expectations. And while Supernatural did a great job in rounding up plot holes fans had for years, Season 15 was a lot more subdued than it needed to be.
it was emotional.
That's not gonna be easy, okay? But you and me, not everything we did was because of Chuck. It was us. The blood, the sweat, the tears, man.
While it starts out with a couple of hard-hitting episodes, the story slows down considerably, to the point that not much happens. Instead of showing viewers God's
Becky,
powers, Zed Davis
Becky was a
spends most of
weirdo.
his time plotting against the Winchesters, then carrying out any of his plans.
I think I heard too that Becky in the show was supposed to be like the fans of Supernatural, because I believe that the fans of Supernatural was so like toxic, and so I feel like Becky was supposed to be them. I'm like, okay, interesting. I mean, that's what I heard.
Dean blaming Castiel for Mary's death makes him out to be rather unlikable for half the season, while Sam's connection with Chuck fades pretty quickly too. While there are some definite strong points, like Sam's romance with Eileen and Rowena's heroic sacrifice,
right.
the
Yo, get a
final
room.
season mostly lacks that big payoff.
Do you have any idea what he is?
Wow. Blah, blah, blah. She always was a talker.
Number 13, Season 14. Dealing with the fallout from the exodus from the apocalypse world, Season 14 splits its story in two halves.
Oh my gosh, why did I forget about that? Yeah, Michael as Dean. Yeah, Michael really didn't do much, just possess Dean. That's pretty much what he did.
First sets up alternate Michael's grand plans, but he doesn't do much after being trapped by Dean. While the second half is stronger, as we see how much Jack means to the Winchesters and Castiel, it also suffers from a weak climax. After accidentally causing the death of Mary Winchester, Jack is hunted by the brothers by the end of the season, making it difficult to sympathize with the boys. Although the weaker points tend to outshine the strong ones, the family moments are a real delight to watch, as we get some long-awaited character returns.
So, to whatever brought us
That was a
together,
cute little saying.
we owe you one. Amen. Amen.
With God's reveal as the true villain, the finale does set up a good cliffhanger. Number 12, Season 6. Following Sam's return from hell, the brothers attempt to figure out who's behind the plot to steal souls from purgatory.
Wait a minute.
That's
wait a minute.
right.
You were gone, man. I mean, that was it. How the hell are you?
I don't know.
Unfortunately, the season's arc takes too long to gather steam. Interesting twists are brought in, with Sam's darker side explored as he lacks a soul, and the reveal of Castiel to be the main antagonist of the season. However, Dean's arc of being Ben and Lisa's protector restricts him from being the fun-loving and daring character we prefer. We do appreciate some of the hilarious scenes this season brings, though, and it's too bad these moments are few and far between.
Well, you know, the old frog in the throat.
Yummy. I'm kidding.
Even I know that's a bad joke.
Crowley and the Angel Balthazar add in a sassy dynamic to the show, but the presence of a lot of filler episodes spoils the fun. Number 11, Season 13. After seeing the boys be by themselves for so long, Season 13 gives us a good change by depicting them as caretakers for Lucifer's son, Jack.
Will you tell them that I'm sorry?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he just wanted to fit in.
With
Like,
their
come on.
mission to free Mary from the apocalypse
Oh
world
gosh,
review,
this
the
friggin'
Winchesters
dweeb.
and Castiel set
This
upon
British
this quest
dweeb, yo.
while preventing Lucifer from returning to power. Jack's naivete makes him out to be the next breakout character like Castiel, and his interactions with the other characters are the highlights of the season.
Hello. Hello.
However, the lackluster
Hello.
return of Gabriel
Like
and
what?
Lucifer's overtly comedic role cause a lot of episodes to feel needless. Sam and Dean themselves don't have many personal arcs either. While meta episodes like Scooby Natural
Yo,
are
that freaking
hilarious,
Scooby-Doo one.
there are far too many arcs that close out too soon.
Oh my gosh, no.
Number 10, Season 9.
Oh,
the
jeez,
fallout
no.
for Metatron's act of casting all angels to Earth is felt in this season, where there's a conflict over the power grab of heaven and hell.
A king does more than sit around reading contracts. But the king's dead. Long live the queen.
Both Metatron and Abaddon make for excellent villains who shine in their respective departments of nastiness. But the season-long estrangement between Sam and Dean takes center stage. As Dean allowed Gadriel to possess Sam, who then used him to kill Kevin, this season has likely the most
That's the
episodes
only
fraught with
reason I did
tension
not like
between
Dean
the
in this
brothers.
season, because of that.
Don't worry about Dean.
Like, Dean.
Dean will be
You
fine.
idiot.
However, the hostility robs the season significantly of its replay value, although the charisma of Castiel and Crowley does provide some relief. The beginning of the Mark of Cain storyline brings an added intrigue, along with some great fight scenes that keep
Oh my
the
gosh,
action
this
ticking.
scene.
But you have to know with
Like,
the mark
dude,
comes
what
a
you
great
doing?
burden. Some would call it a great cost.
Yeah, well, spare me the warning label. You had me at kill the bitch.
Good luck, Dean. You're gonna need it.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
so
get that right.
dumb.
Let's dance.
Let's dance. Yes, as you should, man. I mean, if
Number
only he
9,
knew.
Season 11. Out of every season we've looked at so far, the stakes have never been as high as they are in Season 11. The release of The Darkness brings in a cosmic angle on the show, one where we see the first full appearance of God.
Visual aid. Put these on. It'll help. Go on, just do it. It's a whole thing.
Some of like the scenes in that freaking season was just straight up just weird to me.
With Lucifer's return from the cage, this season showcases the most antagonists on screen at the same time. One glaring problem, though,
Especially
is the lack of
her,
personal
with like
storylines
her
for the
relation
brothers,
with Dean.
as the arc fixates more on the fight between God and the darkness than the Winchesters themselves. Castiel being possessed by Lucifer midway through means we miss everyone's favorite angel for the main half of the season as well.
Yo, he
Then
was not my favorite.
Some
Like, he
solid
was
filler
boring.
episodes do make for riveting episodes packed with tension.
It took you long enough.
Number 8, Season 8. Bringing the focus back onto the war between angels and demons, Season 8 throws in a MacGuffin in the form of the Word of God tablets.
You're bluffing! You want to take that chance?
With Crowley placed as the main villain, the season shows us why the character is a hit in whatever role he has on the show. Unfortunately, Dean's time in purgatory, which are the most entertaining sequences, are
flashbacks.
reduced to mere flashback sequences. Late into
Yeah,
the
it's
season,
like, yo,
Sam's trials to close
no.
the gates of heaven make for an entertaining arc that involves expanding the lore in the supernatural universe, and culminates in a heartwarming exchange with Dean that fans love.
Don't you dare think that there is anything, past or present, that I would put in front of you. It has never been like that, ever.
While the season lacks in emotionally driven moments, it makes up for that through interesting hooks in storytelling. Number 7, Season 2. The death of John Winchester,
okay.
who makes a deal with Azazel for Dean's life, leaves the boys on their own for the first time in this season.
That's
I want you to watch out for Sammy, okay? Yeah, Dad, you know I will. You're scaring me.
He did it
This
since he was
brings out
friggin'
the best
4.
in them, though,
Like,
as the Winchesters
hello?
channel their grief into their hunting skills. With a larger variety of supernatural beings, Season 2 goes a long way in crafting the show's universe. Azazel's plans for the Special Children, whom Sam and Dean meet through the year, is placed as the main arc. However, the anticlimactic payoff is striking, as these characters are killed off without making an impact. While it's always nice to see more of Sam and Dean's relationship, the season suffers slightly by keeping Azazel out of the main action.
Here, take it.
yeah, it's so freaking true. I'm like, yo, like, why are you there? Like, hello?
Oh my. I'm shocked at this unforeseen turn of events.
Number 6, Season 3. Set entirely on the hero's efforts to find a way to prevent Dean from going to hell after his deal to resurrect Sam, the third season has the greatest focus on how much the brothers depend on each other.
And I walk these streets.
Okay.
On my back.
After the previous
yo,
season
same.
proved Dean's love for Sam, this time around we see the younger Winchester go all the way to save his elder brother. The additions of Master Thief Bella Talbot and Demon Ruby
Yo,
bring in a
freaking, oh
feminine
my
energy
gosh,
to the
Blonde
show.
Ruby.
Their constant switches between being the Winchester's ally and enemy make for a confusing arc.
You have
She was kind of awesome. Ah, freaking Maggie, I forgot she was in this.
Gordon Walker.
With some episodes featuring genuine horror, thanks to the terrifying demon Lilith, Season 3 does a great job at showcasing the lengths the heroes take to save Dean's soul. Number 5, Season 7. Taking a break from battling demons and ghosts, Season 7 had the heroes go up against the Leviathans, a race released by Castiel from Purgatory. After watching Sam and Dean skirt by authorities for years, it's a refreshing change of pace to see their backs against the walls, as the Leviathans frame them as criminals.
That's right, yes.
With the loss of their best friend Castiel, father figure Bobby Singer, and even Baby the Impala, we see the Winchesters at their lowest point. But this makes their struggles all the more interesting, as the boys' resourcefulness and their never-say-die attitude enable them to overcome foes such as Leviathan leader Dick Roman and Lucifer himself. However, while the Leviathans do make for some cool monsters, their rather ridiculous weakness to borax ends up undermining their threat. Number 4, Season 10. Rather than have the usual big bad for Sam and Dean to go up against, Season 10 changes this up by showing Dean going on the path towards the dark side.
And like they could have like showed more of Demon
After being
Dean.
resurrected
It was like
as
what,
a demon
2
by
or
the
3
mark of
episodes?
Cain, Demon Dean's rampage is stopped by Sam and Castiel, but the continuous influence of the mark remains the arc for the season. The story goes a good way in humanizing the character's emotions, as we uncover Crowley's history with his mother Rowena, a powerful witch who crosses paths with the heroes.
The king at last.
Yeah, I freaking like her.
King of what? Lilliput.
And first I'm like, who is this redhead? But then I was like, okay, I like this
could
chick.
have done with a few more action sequences, but its slower pacing brings us valuable insights into the characterizations of the protagonists, who go long ways in rectifying their mistakes.
They can help you remember what it was to be good.
Okay, dramatic Sam.
What it was to love.
I'm kidding.
Number 3, Season 1.
Dean?
Oh!
You skipped a
Nostalgia.
It's because you're out of practice.
All started.
Or not.
It's hard to imagine a better kickoff to the series than the first season, which introduced the unique concept of having only 2 main characters journey across the country hunting monsters and searching for their missing father. The season's Monster of the Week format is perfect to familiarize viewers with both Sam and Dean, as each brother receives episodes dedicated to their strengths as characters.
Yo, he is kicking his butt though.
Although the season's overall arc probably hasn't aged that well, due to the lack of stakes involved, it still has an incredible replay value as the younger Sam and
he
Dean
looked
confront
crazed.
many supernatural beings for the very first time. Out of all the seasons on the show, this one might just be the one to live up to the series' fantasy horror tag.
For your sake, I hope you're lying. Because if it's true, I swear to God, I will march into hell myself. And I will slaughter each and every one of you evil sons of bitches. So help me God.
Number 2, Season 5. The original
So Season
storyline
4.
concludes here, featuring a heartbreaking arc that places Sam and Dean in the undesirable role as Lucifer and Michael's vessels.
Why do you think you two are the vessels? Think about it. Michael, the big brother, loyal to an absent father. And Lucifer, the little brother.
How freaking
Rebellious
ironic.
Daddy's plan.
With options running low, the brothers seek out the rings of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse to avert disaster on a global scale. This journey brings a world of pain though, as Sam and Dean lose friends along the way, before losing their younger brother Adam to Michael. This season proves
They
that
just
even a
ditched Adam.
fantasy series can pull on the viewer's heartstrings, with episodes detailing the brothers' struggles to keep each other alive and to avoid their fates. The finale, considered to be arguably the best episode in the series, ends things on a bittersweet note, but makes room for a touching tribute.
To be honest, I was like, yo, because it was supposed to end in season 5. Like, that was supposed to be the friggin' finale. I'm like, yo, no, nah. Thank God there was more seasons. Like,
before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Season 4. Dean's resurrection from hell takes Supernatural to a new direction, one that tackles biblical issues of God
MsMojo, it's because of
and
Kaz.
the apocalypse.
That's why it's your favorite season, because of Kaz.
We need to talk, Dean.
Yo, why does this man change his voice?
Making this the most memorable season, however, is the introduction of Castiel, the angel who goes on to become part of the Winchester surrogate family. This new dynamic collides with the hero's attempts to stop the demon Lilith from releasing Lucifer from hell. While Supernatural is known for its share of meta-humor, it's in Season 4 where these experimental episodes begin, as we see situations like time travel, a cowardly Dean singing in the Impala, and even a talking teddy bear.
Oh my gosh, nah. That was so freaking cringe, like, nah.
The manipulations of the protagonists from both demons and angels also make for a riveting season that comes to a head for an exciting conclusion. Do you agree with our picks?
Okay, babes, watching this really makes me want to go back and just rewatch the show. Like, this chick right here is definitely experiencing nostalgia all over again, straight up. But nah, it was an interesting list. It was obvious that Dean will be number 1 on the best character list. Like, hello, he's a fan favorite. He's even like one of my favorite characters on the show. Even though I like both the bros, it's definitely Dean if I have to choose between Dean or Sam because of Dean's freaking personality. And same thing with Crowley's as well. It's like, I like Crowley's personality because they're both just so freaking sarcastic. But nah, favorite season? Don't have a favorite season at all. I liked every season from beginning to end, and for the show to have a lot of seasons, which is 15 seasons, it's like, for me personally, it's hard for me to freaking choose because each of the seasons were pretty good in their own freaking way. For it to just be the show, I'm just glad that they did not end it at season 5 because it was supposed to be the final season, season 5. So it's good they kept on going all the way to freaking season 15 because I just cannot imagine season 5 being the final season from Supernatural because Dean straight up just looked so freaking miserable. And freaking Sam's soul is like stuck in hell being tortured. I'm like, nah. Like, it left you like in an open ending type of thing. And I'm just like, nah, like, I need more mess. I need more. Like, that can't be. I can't have my brain being like, okay, so what exactly is gonna happen? Like, So it's good that they kept on going all the way to season 15 because even though season 15 was an okay ending for those that have watched the show, it was a much better finale than freaking season 5, straight up. Because at least Dean and Sam were happy together in the finale. In its way, I should say. But other than that, guys, that was it for this freaking vid. Chills I-XPLODE, I am out. You guys stay freaking lit for those that watch this all the way through. Until freaking next time, deuces.